Do-do-dum, do-dum, 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 do-dum. Looks like we're going. It's like the lights are moving in the right direction. The pod track, the lights are going up and down. And the Streamlabs, the lights are going side to side. And, yeah, I can see the handsomeness just coming through the screen, popping through the screen. Whoa! Trained broadcast professional didn't turn down his phone. Shame on him. All right, let's do the password. And then let's drag stuff down there. I think when Trippy knows it, Trippy sends a signal through, I think, just to test me. Because then he's got me like, well, fucker, you didn't turn your shit down. Welcome to the Bottom of Glass Nation show. It's Gen X Talks. It is another live stream. Tuesday, August 13th, a little bit after 6 o'clock p.m. Los Angeles time. Everyone's going back to school, and I'm upset. I'm not, well...
messed up. There's an echo.
What do you mean there's an echo?
Echo. Everybody's saying echo.
There'd be an echo. Let's see.
Tammy says there's an echo.
Everybody says it. How could there be an echo? I don't get it.
Everybody, Facebook, everybody.
An echo. Well, let's see now. I don't think there's got me my stuff here.
Bit of reverb going on.
Well, that's odd. Same settings as always. Let's try this. How about now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still echo? Just checking.
I'm waiting for staff.
Waiting for staff. Waiting for someone. Still? 1, 2, 3. I made an adjustment there.
Waiting. Nope, still echo.
All right, stand by. I'm going to change the setting. Well, now I've switched it.
Tap the mic.
No, I'm doing something. Don't give me instructions while I'm doing something. I swear to God, I'll come over there and I'll punch you in the face.
No, you won't.
All right, let's see if that's any better. I just created a new source. I lowered the input gains lower than what they normally were. Can everybody hear me okay now? Yes or no? Staff can answer quicker. Brent says perfect. Brent Went Fishing says perfect. Danny H says perfect. Drop'em says muted. It's fixed. All right. Are we good now? Can we get back to the task at hand? Can we please? Because we got stuff to talk about. There's strange things afoot at the Circle K, my fine feathered friends. We got stuff to talk about. Not only am I a little upset, but there's stuff going on here. I think we should let's get the praise out of the way first. Hold on, I know what I did there, because every channel now I'm going to have to switch it over. Every one of these now, because you guys made me switch it. Hold on.
Is this your first live stream?
This is my very first live stream, brand new at this. Okay, hold on.
They're going, damn, Trippy.
Okay, yeah, fucking Trippy. God damn. All right, let's see. That one's there. Hold on. I got to do to every one of them. I got to go to every scene now and do this because you guys complained about echo. So if we have to. But this one's all grayed out, so who cares? All right. Now let's try it again. When I made a new microphone input, I forgot I have to put, every time I change screens, I got to drag that fucking thing with me. You know why? Because you guys complained. Let's try again. And here's Gen X Mom with her brand new hairstyle. She's got her curls. She's got her highlight. She's got her big smile on. Everybody can talk about her hair today and how gorgeous she is. And she's trading. Yeah, she's switching out. She said,
oh, yeah.
you wanted to come on Tuesday
Yes.
on camera.
Yes.
And then you want to trade it for Saturday. You just want to drink and comment off camera, behind the scenes.
Right.
Okay. So that's what we're going to do. We'll get her all boozed up, but we won't be able to see it on Saturday. Today, she's going to be sober and happy and wonderful and beautiful and all put together. So now you guys know. There. And then now that we got the microphone working in the correct direction, we can go, man, go. All right. So,
Yes.
do you have anything to read from the sheets?
I probably do. Let me head over there.
Just for you guys who don't know what the sheets are, anybody who's new to the program, we're on 2 Facebook pages, Rumble and YouTube right now, soon to be more places. But if you guys are commenting in different places, we have moderators all over the world. Josh Maddox, he's moderating over on Rumble, and we have Sammy Joe over on Facebook. I think Disney Kid, Chris Yerger is on the Facebook pages also. We got Trippy Pineapple holding down the fort on YouTube. The point is, if you guys write something, they will copy it, they will paste it, they'll put it in what we call the sheets. Google Docs or Google Sheets. It's a little shared screen, and then my beautiful wife, she'll read it. So if you got something to say it. And it doesn't have to be positive. You can tell me I'm an asshole. Staff will gladly copy and paste differing opinions. They love that shit.
Yes.
They get me all wound up, and then they just sit back and eat popcorn and watch the show.
We all do. I even enjoy it.
Wow. If you're not going to blindly be on my side, what is the point of being married at all?
You know, sometimes.
All right, well, read the sheets, woman. What do you got between the sheets?
Danny H. started the evening with gifting 5 memberships tonight to Stuart, Wheezy, Chris, Shadowlight, and James. They all got new memberships tonight.
One thing Trippy's pointing out right now, which is true, if you don't like the vertical, go to Rumble or go to Facebook Personal. Those are horizontal. If you don't like the vertical look, there's 2 places that are horizontal. If you'd rather have the vertical look, jump over to YouTube or Facebook Blue, and you can find it there.
All right, Loud One, $10. Smash the like button like you're 15 and single, reading First Adult Mag. Then get on the damn bus, grab your first drink from the bar, find your place on the bus, then hold on and shut the fuck up. You know what? I can't read it like an Australian. He writes like an Australian.
He writes like a Tasmanian. He does. And you can't read it like him. I've got something special word. Now, I'll mention it now because no one's going to remember it later. But I had Loud One. I had him record a sentence.
Uh-huh.
I just said, put your camera on there, record a sentence. And he did. And he sent it to me. And I'm going to take it. And you can understand what he's saying, kinda.
Yeah.
But I'm going to play it backwards.
Oh, God.
And I'm going to go to that and say, well, let's hear what our local Tasmanian has to say. And I'll pull up that clip and play it backwards and say, no, I don't understand what the fuck he said either. But that's how we're going to do it. No one's going to know that except the regulars, but that's going to be funny when I do that.
That would be funny. Insurmountable Cali Cat is a member for 24 months on YouTube today. Thank
Cali
you so
Cat,
much.
loving me some Cali Cat.
It looks like, I think this is from Facebook or somewhere. You look beautiful, Queen. The Queen is looking awesome. Everybody's saying some wonderful things.
She goes and gets her hair done the day I come on screen with my haircut and my shave, and then you got to trump me.
I know, we both got all cleaned up.
We got all cleaned up for Gen X Talks, that's for sure. God,
Thank you all for the really kind comments. That's sweet. Solid Snake Simulation 666.
Solid Snake Simulation 666. Solid Snake was a character in a video game back moons ago, like
wow,
20, 30, 25 years ago.
Wow, that's a pull.
Solid Snake, yeah. It was. I can't remember the name of the game now, but I remember. I can picture it. And Solid Snake was the assassin. He was the guy in the video. Anyway, all right, go. Sorry about that.
Says, why are you no longer updating new shorts?
Well, it's the kid. I don't do that. That's the kid. It's we've done what we've dedicated to do since you've asked is that when he comes by and he runs through his repertoire of stuff he's trying to accomplish, videotaping and screaming at me until he can get 1 or 2 shorts out of it, then he does. Remember, he moved out. He doesn't live here anymore. He doesn't live very far. He lives 3 miles away. He's over here all the fucking time. You got to ask the kid about that shit. But notice his show has dropped off too. He's supposed to be here for his show, and his show, he's missed like 3 weeks of his show, which you guys loved his jukebox show.
I
talking
did too.
about, yeah, you loved
it.
his show.
I
The
did.
kid comes on as a Gen Z and plays 80s music and talks about it. So what we've dedicated ourselves to do, Gen X Talks, is somebody on staff, one people in control of this. If the kid doesn't have a new video, what we've done is gone back and we've pulled an old video that maybe you guys haven't seen for 2 or 3 years, because we have 500 or 600 videos by now, shorts, and we've retroed it up. Now, some people say, well, we write on there it's a retro video. We're not trying to deceive you that it's a new one. We clearly say it's a retro video. We're not going to, oh, look at this new thing. No. But there's a lot of people, and I mean more than half the people either haven't seen it, they missed it, or they don't remember it. So we're getting a lot of traction, a lot of good comments. So just, be patient about that. If you guys remember it, all right, then watch it and move on. But one just went up an hour ago. Dickless Wonder caught me coming in the house in this shirt just an hour ago, walking in talking about my haircut.
I saw it because I was gone, I guess, when he did that. Excuse me.
You're yawning.
I told you I was tired.
You're yawning.
Remember, I haven't been sleeping good.
So
can I continue?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is from Rumble. General, your is sharp. Hairdo is sharp. Rumble. DK.
DK, thanks, ma'am.
Yes. Christina Dvorak, member for 15 months, bottom of the Glass Nation. Best bar ever. Love
Thank you
all.
Christina.
Michelle M. is gifting memberships tonight.
Michelle M. I love her.
Kathy, J1775, Michael, Isaac, and Sonia all got memberships tonight.
Is Christina Dvorak or Michelle M. coming to the barbecue?
I have no idea.
Gen X Talks barbecue is coming up. Your moderators will put up a link. It's in a couple weeks now. You got to drive here. It's at our house, tickets only, but it's going to be a lot of fun. You got to show up for that. It's the last one at this house before we move out of state, and it's a lot of fun to be here. The last couple have been a blast. You got to show up.
Ron Knight, $50. Just dropping in to show some love, Mama and General. I'm going to need you all to come to Wyoming and hang.
We're gonna when we get settled in after the house gets built and we're not living in a 1985 Comfort fifth wheel that's half sunk in the mud. After we get through that next phase of our life and the house is built, once we get our feet under us, yes, we need to do a little traveling and go see some people. We absolutely do. We love you guys. I love talking to you guys. Fuck those ambush videos. I don't give a shit about those. I like this part. I like talking to my friends. And
I think we're easing into this as retirement. We're
just
gonna, I think we're going to take over Gen X Talks.
Well, you know what I'd like to do? You jumped on the radio station, KGXT Radio. You jumped on that fast. You got us licensed. You got us everything good there. And then Josh has been filling it up with songs. By the way, kgxtradio.com is free. And there's just no commercials. It's just music. But
thank you, Josh Maddox.
I'd like to do an Art Bell type of thing. Art Bell was big in the 90s on like at midnight, 2 a.m. He'd say, call me from Groom Lake. Call me from China Lake. What UFOs did you see? When you were out to sea on the USS Scorpion, what did you see? And what did your submarine detect? And he got these. I can take phone calls. We could do those shows and just talk about shit all night long.
You'll probably have to start it on our time, probably like 10 o'clock, so you can hit like midnight, 1 a.m.
I don't know, man. Art Bell was in the middle of fucking night, and he built an audience that was so big. He just listened to people talk about crazy shit. Some dude call in and goes, I was in South Africa the other day, and a voodoo witch doctor stabbed me with an Asian darted leopard frog, and I died and went to see angels, and I came back, and here I am. Art, I wanted to call you. And that kind of shit happened all the time. Why couldn't someone tell me crazy, shitty stories? I'd like to be that guy.
That's true.
Just letting you guys know. KGXTradio.com.
So you better build a bigger studio with a bed in there so you can just you stay in there.
My mom can wake up and I can crawl over to the radio and start talking.
Hey, by the way, you have your gifted whiskey that you need to talk about.
You finally got it out of the house?
Yeah. I purposely put it out here after the last live stream.
I'm not drinking it tonight, but we will talk about it a little bit.
From Star Roberts on YouTube.
You know who I emailed about this or I text messaged about this right away? When we first got it, I mentioned it, and then I forgot about it. And then, Star Roberts. Star Roberts
on YouTube.
Keeps bringing it up and going, get your fucking shit together, man. Let's drink. And then I kept saying, we got it here. I knew it was here, but then you were gone. I didn't know where you had it. Then I told you, I go, bring it out. So you finally did. All right. And I texted the Sun Valley Fox. And I told him that I have something that I want to try. I'll give him a report on it, and then maybe we should bring up a bottle the next time we head up to Minden, Nevada, and sit out in the desert and watch the beautiful sunset over the mountains and have some of this along with what he has in his private reserve.
Let me see if he's here yet. See if I got anything from him. Nope, he hasn't checked in. Well, let me see.
That guy fucking sucks.
Samuel Pancake is a member for 18 months tonight. Loud one, $5. I'm working on something to make it to the barbecue, I guess. I have tickets for Shish and I, but Shish won't make it even if I can.
That's some dedication when your wife's recovering in the hospital and you're like, look, I love you, and I know you're in good hands here in the hospital, but I got to go to the Gen X Talks barbecue. That's some dedication.
Yeah, Star Roberts goes, I'm here, General. Got my shot ready.
I know you do. I don't even have a shot glass out here. I wasn't planning on drinking.
You should take a little sip.
Oh, for God's sakes.
I'll open it for you.
You know, why are you...
Because he's been waiting.
Oh, are you the defender of all the people that are downtrodden and behind in life?
Pretty much.
Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah.
God fucking...
Just take a little sip.
I can't. It's sealed shut.
I will open it for you.
I have no fingernails.
Just give it to me and I'll open it.
Oh, my God.
Guy, I'm sitting right across the table from you. It's not like I'm in another studio somewhere or behind glass or anything.
You could be. We need to get Lionheart out here and build a plexiglass thing where I don't have to be in the same room as you.
That would work.
Yeah,
that would work. Lion?
It would work for me, too.
Come on, man. Bring it.
I don't think Lion's going to make the barbecue. He's never mentioned he was coming. I mean, jokingly, but he's never told me he was showing up.
Well, you know.
I don't think he's going to make it.
Here you go, Big Daddy.
My God, you're making such a big fucking deal
Just
about
smell it. I mean, I don't know.
I'm going to smell it. Okay, I'll smell it. You read.
Jeez. Okay, let's see. Nana A, member for 21 months, home from vacation. Glad to be back on track with the Bottom of the Glass Nation. A78 Fixer, member for 27 months on YouTube. You folks rock. Everyone here.
I got a question.
What?
How come rich, fancy people, when they open up wines and champagnes and shit, they always smell the cork? Why smell the cork? Why not smell the fucking bottle where the shit really is? Why do you smell the faint whisper on the end of a cork? Smell the fucking bottle, man. Give me the fucking bottle. Let me see what that shit smells like.
Okay. Mr. Blackstar, member for 9 months, raising a glass to one grumpy old fart.
It's a real question. You're just going to skip over it. It's a real fucking question. Why did they do that? What are there no fancy people in here that can answer that for me? We're all a bunch of jabronis that throw the cork over our shoulder and just drink out of the bottle. Nobody can answer that. That's a real fucking question.
Why are you looking at me?
Who's the fanciest person we know?
I don't know.
Dr. McDreamy. He would know. Dr. McDreamy would know the answer to that question. He would know why people smell the cork. Rich people smell the cork in bottles and not.
I'll keep my phone right here if he's listening,
he's not listening
or whatever.
He's busy, but he would fucking know. I don't know anybody else that's that rich that's fancy pants stuff. He would know that.
Boredom just became a member. Welcome to the Legion of X on YouTube. We got a new member.
Thanks, Boredom. Hey, there's no smell. There's no smell in this. Not at all. It doesn't have any smell.
Oh, then it's probably going to hit you.
Why would you say that? It's got no smell. It could be just brown flavored water. You don't know.
That's not nice
I said
to
brown
say.
Flavored water.
What does brown taste like? I'm afraid to ask.
This is some brown flavored water, motherfucker. What's brown flavors taste like? I don't fucking know, but it's this.
It went really in a bad place with
did.
the smell and I was like.
No, brown flavor would have a bad smell. This has no smell. All right, we'll do that. All right, there we go. It's open now, but I'm not drinking it right now. Are you done with the sheets? I got a show to do, goddammit.
Be my guest.
All right, let's
take me off the screen.
You're off the screen. Okay, we're over here to the pig section.
Shut the front door.
Are you about done? Are you about done over there? You shut your pie hole. You're flipping me off. Don't make me stand up and put hands on you. I will raise up out of this chair and lay hands on you, and then stop flipping me off. She's flipped. Look, see? That's what I'm getting from here. The disrespect. The disrespect that looms over this station and this page and this channel, it's horrible. All right. So I will tell you that after 300 years of marriage to this fine creature, we hit another milestone. And, there's always a thing when you're yelling back and forth, you're arguing back and forth, you're saying shit back and forth, and you're like, okay, quit fucking nagging at me. Quit nagging at me. That used to be my favorite thing to say. I can't say that anymore because she came up with a catchphrase yesterday or the day before that put me back on my fucking heels. Now, the only bad part about sharing this with you is that every woman out there is leaning in and turning up the volume like, yeah, well, because their little tidbit coming for your marriage. All the guys are going, oh, honey, look over there. And they're turning the volume down. Well, it's fair. It's fair. It's fair game for this phrase. So when I told my wife, and this is a little bit different, but I told my wife, quit fucking nagging at me. She yelled at me. She goes, you call it nagging. She goes, I'm just calling it, listen to what the fuck I told you the first time. And I was like, what is that? She goes, it's not nagging. This is me saying, listen to what I fucking told you the first time. I won't have to tell you again. Then you won't have to call it nagging. And I actually sat back for a minute. And I was like, see, when you say nagging, that's more her. It's like, oh my God, you're nagging. What a nag. What a terrible person. A nag of a woman, nag of a wife. But when she flips it around and goes, I'm just repeating what the fuck I told you the first time, that makes me sound stupid. So this all came to fruition. This is a milestone in my marriage. I no longer can say that she's nagging because she turned it around. Now, granted, it took her 30-some years to turn this around, but she did it. And from now on, however long we live, however long we're married, I no longer have the right or the ability or the presence and position to be able to tell her she's nagging, because I don't want her to repeat that phrase and make me look like a fucking tool. All right. So here's one for you. Now, this one, I had to click on it. You guys know that sometimes I show you things I don't click on. I go, fuck it, I'm not clicking on that. It's fucking stupid. I don't even care how the story goes. I know it's fucking dumb. This one I clicked on. And I'm glad I did. Now, this is a car dealership. This is a dude, a Chevrolet dealership, and he's a car salesman. And you guys know the car sales process. Most of you hate the car sales process. My wife hates the car sales process. I love it. I go in there and I absolutely love it. And I'll tell you when I fell in love with it. I was 9 or 10, and one of my great uncles, his name was Moo, Uncle Moo. Didn't even know that wasn't his real name till I was in my 20s. And I said, why do we always call him Uncle Moo? He's like 75, 80 years old when I was a kid. They said, well, his name's Merle. His first name was Merle, but nobody could pronounce Merle, all the kids, so you called him Moo, Uncle Moo. I said, all right, that makes sense. Well, Uncle Moo would go to the dealership, and he would have a stack of 3x5 cards, maybe 7 or 8 of them. And he'd sit back in that chair at the car dealership at the desk across from the salesman, and he'd say, so, does your car come with air conditioning? He goes, well, this model does. This one doesn't. This color car, we can get air, but not in this one. So he starts shuffling. My Uncle Moo starts shuffling these cards. He's looking at other cars and options from other dealerships. He goes, and what was your best price again? $4,980. And he'd shuffle these cards slowly like he's making a decision. He goes, oh yeah. Now, do you have the what's your warranty on that? And he's looking at these cards, and he'll sit there after he's test driven it. He's walked a lot. He's kicked the tires. He's been there 19 times. This car salesman has done his work, being patient with my great Uncle Moo. And then he has to endure this. And my great Uncle Moo would go to other dealerships and just sit and do the same thing. And he's going through, making this guy suffer. Now, what I didn't know until my mother told me years later, there was nothing written on the cards. No. He didn't have anything on there. He just had all the stuff in memory on what he wanted, and he'd be like, well, I don't really want to pay that much, and the other dealer can bring it down to this price. So this guy would. Well, the other guy it's a $300 option for air conditioning, and yours is kind of expensive. And the guy brings it down to so he's working all these other dealership options on the guy in front of him, and there's no other dealership options. There's nothing on the cards. All right, I don't quite do that. I love the hassle. I love the haggle. In fact, we were buying cars 20 years ago, and my wife would go, I don't ever want to go car shopping with you again. I will tell you what I want and what color and what options I want inside. You figure out how to get it. I never, ever, ever want to go there again. And I would go in there and talk. And I told her, I said, the art of the deal here is to be able to walk away, which she could never do. When she got something, she's like, oh, just get it. It's right there. Just get it. Well, we have to pay. I don't care. Just make the payment. Tell them you'll make the payment and go get it. I was like, whoa. I can walk away. I don't care. I will leave. I'll come back another day. It didn't bother me at all. And that's the trick to holding your ground with car salesmen, in my opinion. So she hates it. I loved it. My great Uncle Moo loved it. So here we are at this story. And this woman in this story goes through all this stuff. Now, you're going to get a kick out of this wife You're going to get a kick out of this part. So she goes through all this stuff in here with this story. And the guy says, and here's where the rub comes into the story. One last question before you leave, ma'am. The car salesman shows the buyer a tip tablet right after she signs up with the keys. He's going to hand her the keys to her car. All the transactions are done. Everything's signed. Here's your keys. Car dealership salesmen are now asking for a tip.
What? They get a no.
Would you like a tip?
No.
Would you like to tip me? I'm not kidding. That's what this article was about. Was about a little tip tablet where you can swipe your card or you can tap your card or your Apple Watch for Apple Pay.
That's what commission is.
But so the waiters and waitresses get paid. And this guy's like, oh, would you like to tip me? He's putting it out in front of your face saying, would you like to tip me?
No.
Do you think I deserve a tip? I gave you a really good deal. Do I deserve a tip? I can't fucking fathom that. I gotta be honest with you guys. I can't fucking fathom that. Literally, if a salesman, we get all the way done, he comes in and says, hey, before you go, here's your keys. What do you think about giving the old car salesman guy a tip right here? I mean, think I did a good job for you.
What service did he do for me?
Apparently he gave you your options and he talked to you for a long time.
That's his job.
Well,
You're not providing a service.
You're tipping everybody for their job.
No.
I'm just telling you, I read this article and I was so pissed. I went, you want a tip? You get the tip of my boot in your fucking ass. I'm not giving you a tip. How about I get a tip for being a great customer? You're going to earn a commission off what I just bought. How about you give me a little tip? God. Say, hey, thanks, buddy. Thanks for buying the car at our Chevrolet dealership. We're going to give you a little tip. You've been a great customer, buddy. How about that? That's what they did. That was a real story. I'm not making that up. That was
How about if you're a good salesman, I'll rebuy from you. Like, I'll come back. Wouldn't that be a good tip?
You'll come back again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just telling you that was what this article was about. It's like, and he does it right as he's handing the keys. Like, well, before I give you your keys, how about if we try this little tip tablet here? What do you think?
No, I'll tell him to give me my keys and get the fuck out of here.
He wants more money. He just got done spending that money. You're in love with the car.
Not the way cars are costing. No way.
I'm telling you, that was a real
What, is he going to ask for 20% too?
You got to tip at 20%.
I don't think so, big boy.
What is the? Okay, that's a good point. What is the ratio? What do you tip? What do you tip
tipping's
for a car?
technically, I mean, technically, that's 15 to 20%, or double the tax.
Double
sometimes?
the tax, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
But how do you tip for a car? What's the protocol? What's the social norm for that? I'm just telling you.
Not going to happen.
I wouldn't even.
I'll give him a tip. Look both ways before you cross the street.
That is a good tip. That is an excellent tip. I'm glad you brought that up.
It was a tip.
Anyway, real story out there. So you guys, yes, we've talked about it. You guys know that I got a haircut finally. Now, the other day we talked about Mrs. Forwatton on staff here. She passed away. I still miss her. I still text her phone every day, even though she's not getting the messages because I'm dumb and I don't care. I'm going to keep doing it until it shuts off. But with that being said, the reason I kept my beard for so long was because for 2 years was because she challenged me in some goofy thing about the studio. Well, don't shave, no haircut, no shave until that studio's up and running. Well, it's been up and running for a year. And I just kept the long hair. I was lazy and I didn't mind having the big long ponytail and back with the big long hair. The beard was because Mrs. Four liked it. She was a couple years older than me, and she liked it so much, and I kept it. I trimmed it up every now and then, but I kept it, and I would always show her pictures, like here's before and after. But once she was gone, I kind of took the beard and said, well, that was for her, and I'm done with that now. And so I went back down to the big old fat handsome goatee, but I still had the super long hair. So one of you guys in here, a jabroni just like me, just like you, was a guy named Big Jess, and he had been in for the past few months. He goes, I live in the town that you live in. I'm a barber. I've been a barber for 30 years. I will cut your hair.
Because I want to cut the general's hair. I want to be the general's barber.
Yeah, but I really wasn't ready to cut the hair. Wasn't ready to do the deal. And so I didn't go down that road. And then we stumbled across his place the other day. And my wife goes, that building, that barbershop is the guy. I said, it's not the guy. She goes, that's the guy. I said, it's not the guy. She goes, it's the guy. So we walk in and he recognized me right away. He said, I'm the guy.
Yes,
so
he did.
Apparently he was the guy. So
Big Jess.
Big Jess. We did go in there. You can see, I don't know how well you can see that picture. It's not a great, there's 3 pictures in a row. But my hair, from the front of my head all the way back down the bottom, was about 24 inches long. I had a big fucking lion's mane in there. And you can see Big Jess in the center there getting his chopsticks out at me. And he took me apart. And he made me the handsomeness that I am today. If for those of you women on Discord, I posted all the pictures already, or a lot of them. So the girls on Discord, Discord's just a bunch of chat rooms. Gen X Talks has a Discord server, and so we went down the road of putting some pictures in there just for the girls over there. If you guys are part of the Discords, the Discord's free. You just sign up like with an email and just go. We don't bother you about it, but your moderators on each platform can put up the Discord server if you want to go hang out there. There's a room about cars, there's a room about politics, there's a room about food, just good old fashioned chat rooms like back in the day, and they're a lot of fun. But the full pictures of that. But Big Jess did it. I'd like Big Jess to be my guy from now on.
They said they can't see the chats in the way. On phone.
Well, on your phone, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer deal. I guess I can move that up for you for Big Jess. There's the one on the phone. I don't like. See, you're blocking my handsomeness, man. How much you guys? Yeah, any picture I put down below on the phone is gonna blow. I can't do anything about the chat unless you have a way to turn off the chat. I don't know how to help you with that. But those are the pictures on there. That was Big Jess in the background cutting the lion's mane off the general. But he did a good job. I'd like to go back to him again and again. It was wonderful to have him do that. So we'll turn that one off. We'll go on. I have something that I want to show you. And this is kind of a guy thing. So women, you don't have to tune out. You don't have to. You can stay. But I've never in my life really met an intimidating woman. There's been women like my wife who are far prettier than I deserve. I was never really intimidated. I was more awestruck. There's been women that are way smarter than me. I wasn't really intimidated. I was kind of impressed. I don't think I've really run into. I've run into and hung out with women bodybuilders, stronger than me probably, but wasn't really intimidated. But there was like a TikTok video, a Facebook Reels video going around, and it was just this. And it was this woman, and she was like in a Target, and she was crouched down, just getting something off the bottom shelf. Okay. And there was 2 guys behind her, and the one guy knew, and the one guy didn't. And the one guy says, "Hey, would you like to meet this woman? She's a friend of mine." The guy says, "Yeah, I'd like to." He says, "Well, now don't be intimidated." And they walk over to her. Now, these guys aren't super tall. These guys are probably in their 18, 19, 20-year-old. They're probably 5'10", all right? I'm not going to deceive you, 5'10". But you got to see this woman when she stood up, and the dude walked away. The dude in red turned and walked away. This woman right here, I got to tell you, would I be intimidated? Yes. Now, I know down here, you can say, I can't see it because of the chat. Well, I don't know if I can help you with that. But that, I covered it up in the other one, the big picture. That's her. She's not disproportionate. Her arms and legs aren't uncommonly, weirdly long. They're all proportionate. She's just, her hair and everything. She's normal proportions and sizes, but she's huge. She's got to be like 7'1". And the guy left. The dude in the black introduced the guy in the red to the girl, and she stood up and turned around, and he just walked away. He wouldn't do it. Now, I had to sit there for a minute and think. I pressed pause on this video, and I thought, would I be intimidated? I got to say no, I wouldn't be. Now, I know some of you would be. I know there's guys out there that would just say, pass, not doing it. And I thought, well, next, would I date her? Could you actually physically start dating someone who's a foot taller than you for sure?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at this comment. Randy Buchanan on YouTube goes, "I'm a painter. We love climbing ladders."
Well, you see, that's where I was going with this. I thought, would I date that person? Could I date that woman? And I thought for a second, I'd climb her like a treehouse. I'd shimmy up that thing all the way to the top.
Ren went fishing, goes, she could wrap those legs around you twice. Yeah. She'd crush you like a python. But I mean, in the video, she seemed very nice and polite. She was a good sport about the video. But I'm telling you,
that could be
Yeah, she was on heels too.
intimidating to some guys.
I was really proud of it. A lot of tall women won't wear high heels either because they just feel they're tall already. Why make it?
Yeah.
But hey, good for her.
And she was wearing nice, normal clothes. She didn't have some
she
big
looked
sheet
beautiful.
on, and she was a good sport about with the guys and talking. But I thought, yeah, I'd have to try that.
Yeah,
I couldn't not. I'd have to climb that. I'd get my climbing gear on. You know those telephone people, the power pole people, they put on the yellow helmet and they got their spikes in there and they got the rope and they shimmy and the rope around the pole and they pull themselves up on a leather. That'd be me. If I had to learn how to do that, I'm in.
There you go.
I'm in. You guys something to say between the sheets while we're taking...
I do. ABC, Miss ABC's in.
Mrs. ABC.
Hello, everyone. Glad to catch y'all. Been in and out of the hospital since April. Better now. Gen X rules is what she said. And she was surprised to hear Mrs. Four pass. There's some people that don't know who Mrs. Four is, or this is the first time hearing it.
Yeah, Mrs. Four was a dear friend of ours.
Main staff member.
Huge main staff member. Just such a part of Gen X Talk since the beginning, and she got sick and passed away, and it's a huge loss for all of us.
Did you tell them about my little memorial tribute T-shirt? Are you talking about that?
No.
You haven't mentioned that
I
on
don't
the
think
live.
I've mentioned it ever. We want to build some sort of a memorial. Now, my wife wants to do some sort of a beautiful little plaque to hang in the office, and I want to build something out of concrete and steel that's so big, you plant it in the front yard, it's about the size of a Buick. That's how big I want it to be. I don't care if anybody likes it or not in my front
She
yard.
needs
Fuck
to
'em.
be in the studio with us.
I'm telling you that I want this god-awful monstrosity that everyone asks me what her name is. I want newspapers in our local newspapers to go, what the fuck is
Let's
in that
get a
guy's
giant
yard?
peach.
A giant peach, yeah. Or, you know what? I want NASA to call me and go, hey, we just spotted something in your front yard on our satellite. That's how big it is. Yes, that's what I want. I want it to garner so much attention that people ask me what it is so I can tell them who she was.
Yeah, we need to honor her.
So we were going to have a little donations page set up. We still may do something like that. You can still donate if you want to do it through PayPal, which I didn't pin PayPal because I didn't see PayPal, so no PayPal's pinned. But the moderators can all put up PayPal for if you want to send $5 to this thing we're doing. We don't even know what it is yet. Or
Mike Perkins had a peach tree in Dayton.
A peach tree, yeah.
That's nice.
But if you want to buy a shirt, there is a memorial shirt that we're taking whatever the few bucks we make on each shirt is. We're taking that, we're putting that in there. So we're working for it.
Yes.
We're not just saying, well, send us $20. No, buy a shirt and we'll take the $3 or $4 we make off the shirt. We'll earn it. We'll put it in there until we get to that amount.
And I made the shirt.
Yeah, she makes the shirt. She designed the shirt.
Just for
She's
her.
making the shirt. Every shirt's going to be handmade by her. She got the little press and the ink transfer thing, and she's doing it herself. So if the moderators want to if the moderators want to put the link up for you guys for the shirt, you can. Then you can go buy one, and she'll make it for you. But yes, that's who Mitch. I wasn't even going to bring that. I forgot to even.
I know we didn't mention it. I just made it on Sunday. This is the first live stream.
Well, I know, but I didn't even think until you brought up Mrs. Four. I still wasn't thinking about the shirt. I'm supposed to do that. I totally fucked that up. Sorry. But
Can you pin PayPal, please?
Where is it?
I'm sure Trippy posted it.
What? Like an hour ago?
I don't
there
know.
It is. He's got it. All right.
Trippy's on it. I don't question Trippy.
Is pinned. Yeah. Anyway, that gives you guys a touch of that. All right.
All right. Christina Dvorak is in the house in YouTube. $20. It takes time for the liquor to breathe. Remember you were asking about uncorking that thing?
No, I get why to uncork it. Yes, I know.
What are you questioning me? Talk to Christina.
I know you uncork it so it can breathe. That's not the question. The question is, why do fancy people sniff the cork? You can't smell much smell the fucking bottle. When the waiter goes, would you like to smell this? I go, yeah, give me the fucking bottle. That's where the smell is. You want to put your snout right up on there and go, oh, it has some good shit. Not the cork. There's barely anything on the cork. That's all I'm asking is, why do rich people sniff the cork when I want to sniff the fucking bottle? That's all I'm saying.
The Sun Valley Fox has texted into the show.
Yeah.
He said, I'm here. Sip the damn whiskey. Come on. I want to know how good it is. And the queen is beautiful.
Oh, wow. So Sun Valley Fox just chimes. Let me see if I get this right. The Sun Valley Fox chimes in with, stop the show, take a drink, let me know how it is, because his world is being a little bit inconvenienced not knowing. Then we can get back to your regularly scheduled programming. All right, let's do that for the Sun Valley Fog.
All right, well, you're opening that. Graham Gordon, $5. 20th wedding anniversary for my wife and I on the 15th. We are going to Wassa Lake in British Columbia tomorrow. So happy anniversary. How is it? Star Roberts.
Let's see. Star Roberts and Sun Valley Fox.
He's got
Has a...
tastes like
Yeah,
a
I
little
don't
oak.
do that, all that bullshit.
A little oak.
It has a hint of.
I'm not even sure what channel you're on.
Hello,
No.
hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
It looks like you're on 3.
Okay, mute these so you can see.
Okay, so while they're figuring that out, Sean MacArthur
You're up.
on
You got it.
Facebook. It's not general. This is general. This is all I have for now for the alcohol fund. 25 stars sent. Thank you, Sean MacArthur.
Thanks, Sean. This-
Oh, go ahead.
Well, this is that is an odd flavor. I know that I have these weird taste buds, so
Canadian.
I thought it tasted a little bit like maple. I know that's probably not true. I know that's probably not accurate, but to me, I'm gonna take one more sip, not because I want to.
Wait, Star Roberts would like to take one with you. So
Star Roberts, let's take. I don't have a shot glass here, buddy, so I'm.
does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay, well.
Star Roberts, thanks for the hooch. We'll take one together and we'll reevaluate this in 30 seconds.
Alrighty, while he's drinking, Sovereign Fighter, here is to the power of the wife and mom. $5. Yes, exactly. Thoughts, General?
All right. It's smoother than old number 7.
Wow.
Not as smooth as Pendleton, the 1910. Does not have a kick or a bite at all. Not in the beginning, not in the middle, not at the end. And it's got a little bit of a flavor I can't quite detect.
Star Roberts says, I'm here. Thank you, he said.
80 proof. Alcohol volume's 40%.
No training wheels, Lion.
No training wheels, baby. I don't know. It's kind of like I don't want to call it a liqueur because it doesn't have that twist to it. But
It's a rye, right?
J.P. Weiser's 1857, 18 years old, premium whiskey, aged to perfection, blah, 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 deep, smooth, and drink, cultures, everything, blended Canadian whiskey. It is a, I don't know how to describe it.
Okay.
I think it's one of those things, if you drink like 5, 6, 7 shots, then the flavor profile stays with you where you feel it. You recognize it. Because it's not distinct to me right now. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know why.
Alrighty.
Now it's a mystery. Thanks a lot, Star Robert. You gave me a fucking mystery. Now I got to drink it tomorrow for breakfast just to keep figuring this out, like a song you got in your head and you can't remember who sings it. Way to go. Thanks for that. And I need friends like you like I need another hole in my head. All right, where you at?
Loud one, $5. Y'all need to remember the upgrade for circling the wagons is in memory of Mrs. 4. That's what he's saying tonight. Dahlman Channel member for 13 months. Sniffing a cork has historically been used as a method to detect if a wine is afflicted by the dreaded TCA, cork taint, an enzymatic reaction between compounds naturally found in cork. That was so scientific.
What the fuck? Bill Nye the Science Guy is on the program
So
now?
more like if it's mold.
Yeah. You sniff the cork to sniff out any mold. You ferret out them mold volumes right now. We can get rid of them power cells for you quickly.
Scott Royston, $5 to the Handsome General's Haircut Fund.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Scott Royston
a
also
haircut fund.
gifted 5 memberships to Sick Boy 77 Mind Virus. Where do you come up with these? Stormtrooper, Grateful Ed, Indigo Creek Trading Company, and Jacob Lee. They all got.
Hold on a second. I think the kid's been fucking with YouTube.
Why is that?
Look at the little characters that went by on Brent Went Fishing.
What?
What?
Brent Went Fishing got a little pink dinosaur thing on there.
No. I
No.
didn't do that. That's YouTube's thing. They have those.
I've never seen it before.
Because somebody finally used it.
Okay, so
Just because something isn't used doesn't mean it's not there.
Wow.
and the kids in the
And the kids
studio.
in the studio fucking with my head. All right. It says Phil's Garage says Mama X said taint. Did you?
Yeah.
Taint nothing but a thing or something? Did you say
I
taint?
guess.
She did say taint.
You hillbilly.
Okay.
You
But she said taint in the right way, though.
I thought it was a person's name, didn't I?
No. You said taint because the cork taints the wine.
That's what he wrote.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm moving on. I got a show to do here. I can't be waiting on you people anymore. All right, Timothy.
Rude. Jason on Facebook sent 99 stars. Thank you, Jason on Facebook.
Dude, what the heck?
Thanks. We're not on you anymore.
You missed?
It's fine.
Okay.
You're humming over there.
Yeah, here's Mac.
All right.
No dead
today,
air.
So today is a back to the school day. All right. Today's a back to the school day. And there's I don't know if today's the actual back to school day. It varies from place to place. But there's all this stuff coming across my feed on back to the school. And I thought of all the stuff they're showing you, go buy this, go buy that, make sure you get your back to the school supplies, which let me click back over to my lovely bride. You got to remember what it was like for us with 8 kids going back to school.
Oh, Lord.
8 kids. We had to make sure they all had new shoes. All 8 kids had to have new clothes. They had to have new school supplies,
Yeah.
new backpacks.
The funny thing I was thinking was, so you guys, in my laundry, I have a closet, thing. And that used to be my supply room or my
Yeah. it
school
was.
shopping thing. I had spiral notebooks, like 100 of them.
Yep.
I had notebooks for them to choose from,
You had
pencils,
reams of
pens.
paper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like school shopping in my own laundry room.
and glue, protractors, compasses, 2-inch binders, 3-inch binders. She got all the kids equipped.
Yeah.
And then she had extras. So the kids would come in, well, I need another binder. I need a scientific notebook. I need a calculator. She'd go in there. There's shelves. There's
Yeah.
plastic drawers. She'd pull one out and go, here's a calculator. Go use it.
And then I saved whoever was in the older grades, like when they went into geometry, I'd save the compass and then the protractor. And then when the next kid, it was already it was crazy.
But we had a store, a student supply store.
Yes, we did.
In the house that we had to keep stocked for 8 kids. And they come home and say, well, I've known about this for a week, Mom, but it's due tomorrow and I have to have it in this folder.
I had poster board.
Oh yeah. You could your whole creative closet was something different. You could create projects right on the spot.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, in my mind, what were 3 things that I seemed in the 80s, growing up in the 70s and 80s, what were 3 things,
A must have.
or just it was always there? Like I could tell you 3 things that were, now sure there's many, Elmer's glue,
Metal lunchbox.
crayon, metal lunchbox, crayon, 36 color crayons with a sharpener in the back if you were really cool, which I was, thank you very much. But I thought, all right, what are the 3 things that that you had to have? Like, they're on the list no matter what. They're a given. Don't even ask me what we're getting because that's on the list. All right, here's one. Number 3, I'll go down from number 3 to number 1. The most common thing I saw in the 80s was a Trapper Keeper notebook.
I never had one.
Everybody had a Trapper Keeper.
I never had
If
one.
I remember right, when they first came out, they were blue.
I didn't
And
want one.
Then they went to green, and then they went to red, and then they started having designs on them. But man, a Trapper Keeper was Velcro, and it came with all the slots for your pens, little holders for your calculator. Trapper Keeper held everything. The only problem was it was shitty. The corners within the first 2 months, the little plastic would split apart.
Oh, from you throwing them on the sidewalk and
I did not
throwing
do
them
that.
down the
I
thing?
did not do that.
Sure.
They were shitty.
Let's see how far this puppy can slide.
That was not me.
That or the metal lunchbox. Remember when you tossed them down the...
It was not me.
When you had to line up next to the room, you just threw your lunchbox
not
for your
me.
space?
I don't know what you're talking about. It's not me.
Right.
So the Trapper Keeper, I don't know how many people had a Trapper Keeper, but that was the big one. Here's a number. This one's number 2 for a couple of reasons. Every year, every kid, grade school, junior high, high school, probably college, number 2 on my list is a number 2 pencil.
Oh, God.
Now, to this day, I'm a grown-ass man. I've been around the sun 56 times. Why did you have to have a number 2 pencil? And
I don't know.
Was there really a number 1
That's
and
what
a
I was
number
just going
3?
to say. I don't think I ever remember seeing a number 1. Maybe it
Well,
was the lead size.
Is it the lead size or is it what? Now it's like you have to have a number 2. Is it the lead consistency? Because so those scan things could scan our tests.
Maybe.
Remember little bubble tests we all did?
Remember,
You had to fill
when
out
we
a
went
bubble
through
test.
the mechanical pencils and you had the different size leads?
But I don't know if those were number 2s or not. All I'm saying is that number 2 pencil was the thing you had to have. If you didn't have it, it caused problems in the grading system for some reason. So, what the fuck? And was there a number 1?
Well, King Wisenoak said I always had a number 1 pencil. Or
I've
is
never
he
seen a
joking?
number 1
He might be
pencil.
joking. I don't know.
Number 1 pencil? I've never
Boredom says it's lead thickness. That's what I thought.
Then why does it have to be number 1? Why or number 2? Why couldn't you have a number 1 pencil?
Maybe it
They
was
said
too-
for these tests, these bubble tests, these scan tests, you have to bring your number 2 pencil. Why?
I don't know.
If they all have the same charcoal in them, they all have the same lead in your pencil, who cares? What? How was that?
Lead in your pencil.
was that
I
fun?
just went really nasty right
Yes,
there.
you did. You went for some dick joke. You're just not saying it.
That was just so funny when you said that. I'm sorry.
Well, all I'm asking is, was there a number 3? Could you have taken those tests with a number 3 pencil? And I don't think I've ever gone into Target or anything and gone down the aisle and said, oh, let's see, there's number 1s, number 2s, number
Well,
3s,
Loud One just
number
said-
4s. Oh, yes, number 2. There was never other choices. They were all number 2.
Loud One said for $2, number 1 was an HB pencil, was thicker lead, and number 2 was thinner. That's what he said.
Okay, well, let's pay attention here. Those say HB right on them. Right on behind the word number 2, it says HB right on it. So there was an HB pencil. I'm starting to think HB was like who made it.
Oh, hey, Brain in a Jar Studio says 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter are lead thickness, and the 1 millimeter is so thin it breaks easy.
So is that it? Just so you would have to be sharpening your pencil, bring your number 2 pencil so it wouldn't break?
How many times? What?
I
How
don't
many
know.
times did we break the pencil to go to the?
Go to just break it.
Gotta
just
go
for
to the
something
pencil
do.
sharpener.
Yep. I'm just telling you, those were on my things, and I don't know why.
Is
but
that why you can't sleep at night?
let's not get into that. Okay.
Oh, all right.
All right, number 2. So my number 1 thing that every single student had at one point in your life, it was sold at every student store. It was sold at grocery stores. They should have just issued it on your way out of any store. They should have just handed you a stack of these because you're getting them. You're going to own them. And then you're going to fucking decorate them in the most perverted ways possible and color them up. Ready? Everybody had this. I don't think anybody in America could say they didn't have a peachy folder. And all the things we used to make these things do. My first thing was making the guys running with a stick of dynamite. That was funny. I remember doing that with a stick of dynamite. And then I made the guys, the football players fighting over something. You know, we draw a birthday cake or something. They'd fight over the birthday cake. There was all sorts of shit. And you would draw on this thing with pencils and blue pens until it was completely destroyed, until it looked like the outside of a Yellow Pages. A Yellow Pages. Till it looked like the out. You don't know what I'm talking about. You don't know what the if you had you got a brand new Yellow Pages book at the end of the year before you got next year's Yellow Pages. You don't know what the cover of that looked like. Then you're in the wrong live stream. You can just check the fuck out right now. Because if you don't know what the outside of a telephone book looked like, the Yellow Pages, after owning it for a year, you're going to have no fucking clue what I'm talking about with a peachy. Anyway, that was my number. Those are my top 3 things that I think everybody had. Was a Trapper Keeper, a number 2 pencil, and a peachy.
See, boredom is Brit. He goes Brit here. What's a peachy? They don't.
Yeah, that's why I
Over
said
the
in
pond.
America. That's
Over the
why I
pond,
said
they don't have
everybody
it.
in America. These were a little folder, just 2 little things you stuff that you could hold pieces in. No binder. No. You open this fucking thing up and you slid papers on each side. It was a little thin thing like one class, one assignment. That's all it was. And everybody in America from probably 1965 to 1995 had a peachy folder. I don't know if they still make them or not.
I don't know. I haven't seen them for a long time. But you know what else is? We were recycling before recycling was sort of cool, I guess. Remember we used to take the grocery bags and
Yeah, we
cover our
take
books?
a brown grocery bag and cut them up.
I
and
wonder
make
if I
book
could still
covers.
do it. If I could still remember how to do
I
that.
would not be able to remember. I think I could, but then I'd fuck it up.
I also remember we used to get in trouble for not, we had to have them covered.
Had to have them covered, yeah. They wanted you to cover their books and protect their books. Like, well, then fucking give me a cover. No, go home and make one or go buy one. There was no way in my household anybody was buying a cover. My mother would hand me 6 bags and some scissors and tape and go, we're not buying you shit. Go make one. And that was it.
Exactly.
right, where was I in our back to school thing? I did those 3 things here. All right, this has nothing to do with school, but I have a question. Do they not, in every movie and every TV thing that I've ever seen, they talk about testing cosmetics on animals. It's always been a topic. It's like, oh, we test cosmetics on rabbits and deer and cats and turtles, and the whole idea.
Are you saying that now?
Yeah, they've done it. The movies and TV. My whole growing up life, it was always known we test these things on animals to make sure they're safe for you.
Most of them nowadays say not tested on animals.
Well, yeah, now because of the liberal hoo-has out there,
Okay.
they come around, oh, we don't test these on animals. So remember back in the day, that was a thing. They tested. Now my question is now why? Why would you test? Are you just trying to say, well, this eyeliner looks really good on a chimpanzee with this lipstick? Are you testing the colors to see how they work? Or are you testing them because
chemical reaction.
You're testing it because there could be some shit in there that's fucking up stuff. Now,
But I didn't realize that we had the same skin as animals.
I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I don't even play one on TV. But let me tell you, follow my train of thought here. So back in the day, the 50s, 60s, and 70s, they're like, we test all these things thoroughly on animals, so you'll survive and you'll be okay. Then along come the libtards. No, cruelty to animals, cruelty to animals. How dare you put that orangutan in that shade of pink? That's horrible. He's an orange guy. So, all these companies had to stop doing that, right? They had to quit doing it because now they said, don't worry, ours is no longer tested on animals. Now, like you said, now that's a thing. So I thought we were protecting people by testing it on animals. Apparently, we were being cruel to animals, so they quit that. And this is the part I didn't know. You ready?
Okay.
Then lawsuits started appearing because now we're not testing them on animals anymore. We're giving them to people with the best testing we can. We're trying them on scarecrows. We're trying them on stuffed animals. We're trying them on blocks of wood. Apparently, that sort of testing wasn't good enough, and some reactions with people went bad. And guess what? Where's the thing right here? Doom, too many women, let you do PG. There it is. And now, Avon, because of all the lawsuits over the past 20 years from cancer and everything else, is now filing for bankruptcy.
What?
Avon.
I didn't even know they were still around, to be honest with you.
Well, not only are they still around, but now they're going out of business. And why? Now, this is just my Generation X thinking. I'm not PETA. I'm not a tree hugger. I don't know what the ramifications were for what they were doing to animals, good or bad or indifferent. I don't know whether they really were fucking up, and I don't know if the libtards were just overreaching again, which they do. I don't know, but I do know that I can connect the dots. Testing all the shit on animals, no lawsuits with humans because no cancer. Testing the shit on animals. No cancer, no lawsuits in business. Stop testing on animals. Cancer and stuff on people, lawsuits out of business. Now, that's just me. I really didn't even know that there was chemicals. Now, like you said, maybe you'd have a reaction because this thing on your face, your foundation, you have a little irritation or something. But I didn't know they actually put chemicals in makeup that could kill a person. It could give you cancer and you could die. Never really crossed my mind. This is not the sort of makeup I use. Got to be fair with you.
Well, they're talking about even sunscreen has problems nowadays.
All I'm saying is that now just hear me out here. Maybe testing stuff on animals wasn't such a bad idea because now Avon's going out of business, and all the people that used Avon products, you go get your shit somewhere else now. Fuck it. And they're going to buy it from overseas. And guess what those overseas people are doing? Testing it on animals because they don't give a shit. And if you're a libtard and you're part of PETA and you're part of these activist movements, you only care about shit going on in the United States. You will not buy Avon if it's tested on animals in Texas. But in fact, you'll protest, you'll burn the place down, you'll raise a flag, and you'll stay up all night and tie yourself to a tree. Once that company's gone, they can do the same thing in China, and you guys will buy it. You won't even give a shit. Yeah, we call that hypocrisy where I come from, the level I grew up at. All right, here's my next problem. Now, I want you to pay attention. I understand why certain things come across my Google feed. They're of interest. It's like if I looked up purple umbrellas and rainbows too many times, guess what I'm going to start seeing ads for?
Unicorns.
Yeah, all that kind of shit.
Rainbows.
Purple umbrellas and rainbows and unicorns. Gotcha. I would not be upset if I saw that because I would know, hey, Google's paying attention to what I'm looking for. However, this has come up on my Google feed so often now, I'm getting pissed. And I don't understand. I get different pictures of the same thing of this guy going, my tits are sagging, and I'm an old guy. And then the dude next to him, look, I'm all buffed out, and I'm an old guy too. Why am I getting that? First of all, I don't show pictures of my man boobs anywhere or my upper body strength, my robust belly that I'm losing. I'm losing weight. Thank you very much. I don't show that shit. I don't look for dietary supplements and all that shit. Why the fuck? How would they even know? In fact, I don't think I've ever even bought on my phone. I've never purchased a 6X shirt. So how would Google start? Why would Google start sending me this shit? The two biggest things I get are look at that guy. Dude, look at my saggy. He's pointing towards his own saggy boobs. Look at my saggy boobs. And look at the other guy, little circle drive. Yeah.
Why are they red?
I don't know. They're highlighting them. And then the other guy's happy about his red underlined boobs. Maybe that's where the underbra goes.
Jane Mott says, did he use Avon products on his man boobies?
You see, he did. He used Avon products on his man boobs. So so I get this all the time. And I get the erectile dysfunction shit. Huh. Now, they have to be playing the odds on that one. They have to be saying, look, we're just going to get out to every dude who's 56 years old. Somebody has to be suffering from this. We'll hit that target. Well, Google, move along. Move along, buddy. You're not on camera.
I know.
I'm not showing you doing that on camera. You have to wait.
Were you showing your man boobies and taking pictures and sending them to your girlfriends?
I was not.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
What about your little Peter? Your little bent over Peter. Were you sending Peter pics?
I don't send dick pics. I don't do that. I don't send dick pics.
That's why.
I don't say, and what would that have to do? What if I took a picture of my Johnson and sent it to somebody? Why would they go, well, if you want your upper to look as good as your lower, we have the cream for you.
There it is.
I don't know what they're doing, but
man boobies.
I don't know why that keeps coming up repeatedly.
Man boobies.
Unless you're getting on my phone and
you need a bra.
I don't a bro.
A bro.
That was on
Brozier.
Well, that was on Seinfeld.
That's right.
Costanza and Kramer got into it. They were developing a bra for men, and he goes, well, what should we call it?
A brozier.
He goes, we got to call it the bro, like a bra. He goes, no, a man's ear. He goes, what? He goes, a man's ear. He goes, no, a bro. So that was their, I don't remember how it ended, but the man bra was called a bro or a man's ear. I don't know. Did your brother ever get one? Because he's old. He might have had one.
Wow.
Sun Valley Fox, did you get a bro? Do you got one? I'm just asking. I'm not judging, okay? Medical conditions are medical conditions, brother. I love you.
Oh, he's going to get you.
He ain't going to do shit.
He's going to get you.
All right, so I don't know what's going on with that, but I got to be honest with you. That's a little bit disconcerting when it keeps coming up all the fucking time. So I don't know why I keep getting
Can I read some sheets while you're looking?
Oh, my God, go.
Rumble. Kiwi Patriot, pronounced Quiet Riot. Thank you.
What?
Quiet Riot gave $50 on Rumble. Glad to see the peaches in the jar. YouTube wasn't showing it for the longest time for the peach fun. Sorry, Quiet Riot on Rumble. Hydrate, Trippy says.
I've been hydrating. Goddamn.
Boredom, $5. Cork sniff was to check for a chemical deficiency, I think. Boredom says.
Okay, so Boredom says you can the rich people sniffing corks was checking for a chemical issue. How would they fucking know? Did they all have to go to wine and champagne school before they could drink it?
I don't know.
Because you can't know what that is unless it's such a rancid smell. Whoa, what the fuck was that?
Would you rather smell it or drink it if it was bad?
I'm just saying, I don't mind smelling it, but if anybody comes to me and, here, would you like to smell the cork? Why? If you want me to smell the shit inside, give me the fucking bottle. Let me put my snout on the bottle. Then I'll know what it smells like.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Michael Callahan on Facebook. Queen, take a drink with the general. 400 stars sent.
For $4, he wants you to take a drink. She has standards. As low as they are, she does have.
I'll
does
do
she
it for
manage-
$50.
You would take a shot for $50?
Yeah, I think so.
Hold on. I just. Oh.
Ah, you don't have any.
I know. I thought I had a shot glass.
I'll just
here.
drink it out of the bottle for
You-
$50.
For $50, you would drink a shot out of the
Sure.
bottle.
Sure.
There's no bite on this. It's smooth and there's no bite at all.
Okay, that's fine.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, I'll take a little.
Oh, is your phone blowing up? Did Dr. McDreamy call? Don't you
I
dare,
know.
God damn it.
Now, loud one, $2. I read that about that. Christina Dvorak, $2. Softness of the Ledge, she said about that. Michael Callahan, another 100 stars. Hey, General, I figured out why you don't want to leave California. Yes, it's the people that suck, and the state is beautiful, but you are going to miss the delicious Roach Coach burrito.
They have some good roach coaches.
They're the best.
All through California. They got some of the best. I know they're all illegal, but they got, my favorite is Mexican ones, and they got Mexican women that don't speak a lick of English, and they make their tortillas by hand. They do everything old school, and there is almost no better Mexican food than they have on some of those coaches. I just tell you, it's the best I've ever had in my life.
Remember that one we found right on the corner where they were making the tortillas
yeah.
fresh and they were the tacos?
When we got rid of Buford. No, the pig.
No, the pig.
Penny the pig, yeah.
Christina!
Oh, Christina Dvorak stepped up.
She did. Give
What
me
does
the
it
bottle.
say?
It says for Mom, cheers. I forgot she was in the chat.
Yeah, because you know she'll do it. She
Dang
ain't
it.
gonna fuck around. If you'd have said $300, she'd have still fucking done it.
Yeah, oh man.
Now, we want to see the bubbles come out of here.
Oh my gosh, shoeless one. Stop. I cannot do two shots.
You can
Ready?
do 2 sips, but we want to see the bubbles. Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
It smells good.
I couldn't smell anything. Hold on, right there. Oh. The girl I'm married to, ladies. That's my girl. All right. So you took your 2 sips there. That was for who? Christina Dvorak and
The shoeless
the
one.
shoeless one. He's kind of a dick about that stuff. Shoeless one, he knows. He circles like a shark, and when something like that comes up,
Audio,
boom.
no sound.
What?
What'd you do?
Nothing. Oh, I know what I did.
What did?
I forgot to transfer. Remember, every new scene that comes by, and I hadn't done your scene with just you on it yet, so I didn't put the audio over there. Just like
It said we're back.
So yes, I saw her drink with bubbles twice. I said it. The bubbles came up twice. I saw them twice. She did drink it. She's absolutely balls of steel and no chaser. No fucking chaser. Sun Valley Fox is sitting back going, that's my sister right there. That's my sister. Put that away. Tough as fucking nails. All right, where was I? I had stuff to say that was goddamn important. All right, well, what I was telling you is,
Oh, there's more?
well, we know Christina would do that. The shoeless one wouldn't always do that, but shoeless one circles like a shark. And he waits for those moments. And when you pull out something like that, he's like, okay, now I'm fucking going in. And he attacks like that. Don't ever count that man out. Ever.
That one's not. It's not too bad, but I can taste the maple.
See? I said
Now.
there was maple.
Now at the end.
I said I could
Tastes
taste
like
maple.
maple syrup a little bit.
Maybe they're sifting it through maple wood.
It's good.
All right, so we got through the show for this game. Here's something I thought was dumb. No, I did not click on this. The majority of Republicans support the Supreme Court reforms in Biden's proposal. Bullshit. No fucking way is that true. I'm not even going to click on the article. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. Nobody wants to have a shaping committee. Well, we should have term limits on this stuff. We should reshape everything. We should have more. We have 47 people on the Supreme Court. You know, the Republicans go along with this. No, they don't. I don't care what fucking lying ass poll you put up there. Nobody wants to reshape the Supreme Court. When the Democrats were stacking the Supreme Court, the Republicans still didn't want to change it. We put on our big boy pants. We sucked it up. Now that the Supreme Court is mostly conservative, the crybabies, they want to change it. We should have term limits. We should have a committee to evaluate. We should have more Supreme Court justices. I used to get mad that in Vegas it's called Harry Reid International. Used to get in arguments with people when I call it McCarran. You need to call it Harry Reid. I used to get argued, but I don't anymore. Now, when I go to pick you up at the airport to do something at the airport, I say, I love Harry Reid. Oh, we love Harry Reid too. Why do you love Harry Reid? Well, because he's a fucking idiot. He got the nuclear option pushed through, and then they lost the majority, and now the Republicans have stacked the Supreme Court using the nuclear option that Harry Reid was warned, don't use it, don't do it, don't create it, and he said, we're going to do it because the Democrats are always going to be in charge of the Senate. Not with a big majority, you're not. So the Republicans pushed the nominations through, and I love Harry Reid for doing that. You took a fucked up situation, something you shouldn't done, and this is the biggest fat I told you so. Lindsey Graham said, you're going to regret it one day. You're going to regret you're doing this, and now it's happening. Well, we got to goddamn change this shit now. We just switch stuff over. We don't like what's going on, and I know we did it, but I don't want to talk about that shit. Well, moving on. So here's another one. So Stephen Colbert was doing his late night show. This was funny as hell. He's very liberal. He's staunch Democrat, blind Democrat. His guests are much the same way. The audience, of course, is all liberal, all Democrats, because they want to go, that's their thing, is to go see one of their heroes. And so he's doing an interview, and this woman's talking up Biden. She's talking up the stuff. And then he leans back and he goes, well, and she works at CNN. So, and I didn't recognize her. She's one of the higher ups now. And so in the show, he goes, well, we know how much we respect you guys over at CNN and all the work you do. We know that you're very objective in your reporting. And the audience burst into laughter. And he looked, and the guest looked, and the guest she goes, was that supposed to be a laugh line? Where you turn on the applause, you turn on the laugh signs. He goes, no, it wasn't supposed to be, but it is. But that motion he's doing right there was towards the audience, like, I didn't plan them to laugh at you. But when you say something that ridiculous, even Democrats, even liberals in the audience are like, hey, CNN's fair. That was a good one. Oh, I know it's one tiny moment, but it's one shining moment. I played it 50 times. Yeah, I'm responsible for 50 of those. So I got something for you on the back to school issue.
All right.
Since it's back to school time. Louisiana has now put the 10 Commandments back up in all their schools.
All right.
Now, let me ask you this. If there's supposed to be a separation of church and state, how are they allowed to do that when they're state-run public schools?
Good question.
I mean, that directly violates constitutional amendments. Separation of church and state, you can't do it. Take that shit down. How did they get around that, do you think?
I don't know.
Because I looked into that. I saw this pop up, and I thought, I'd heard about it. And the governor signed it into law, and all the schools have that up there now, all over the place, 10 Commandments. And I thought, how did they do that? I was lucky enough to read the article because I clicked on it. And you know what? You know how they got that put up there? You know how they reintroduced that?
How?
In the whole state? They label the 10 Commandments as a historical document.
Oh.
Not religion. They just said this is a historical document worthy of note. We have the Constitution. We have the Declaration of Independence. We have the 10 Commandments. We have the Bill of Rights. It's just a historical document that is relevant to American citizens.
Well, I mean, if you take the religion out of it, they are good standards to live by.
Well, that's what the argument is. It's like, what don't you like about them? It says, thou shalt not kill.
Don't do it.
Yeah, but the people, well, you can't put that up there. Why?
Why not?
Are we not allowed to tell people not to kill? Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Shouldn't have commit adultery. Is that not a good thing? Well, yeah, but it's religious and take it down. So even though there are 10 pretty decent rules to live by, you still want to move because the stick is so far up your ass You won't let them stay because there's some religious connotation. You won't look the other way, right? You won't. All right. Let it go. There. Who cares about the religious part of it? There are 10 good things to pay attention to. No, not you. Not you.
It's that thing I was talking to you about. If the Bible wasn't labeled the Bible,
Yeah.
if it was labeled a history book, do you think more people would read it as a history book instead of a Bible?
Yeah.
So that would be kind of cool if it was, because it is a history book.
Oh yeah.
Aren't
for
our
sure.
history books talk about things that in the past where we didn't live, of things that we lived through? Well, the Bible can be a history
Well,
book.
and that's the whole issue with it, is that because it has a religious aspect to it, major religious aspect to it, it's automatically dismissed. Well, so that's religion. You can't read any of that. Why? It's a bunch of fairy tales of religion. It's hocus pocus. As soon as you label it that, you lose half your audience right there. That's true. You're absolutely right about that. All right. Moving right along here. Bum, 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 ba-dum, 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 dum. Where was I?
Sovereign Fighter gave $5. In my school, you would purposely break your pencil so you could walk by the cute girl on the way to the sharpener.
Absolutely true.
Loud one, $5. If my lower looked like my upper, I'd scare every woman thick and solid. Christina Dvorak, $2. Your phone is listening all the time. And the shoeless one, $5. You're still my hero.
Why does Christina got to say your phone is listening all the time? Well, my phone has picked up some shit then, let me tell you. Some serious shit. All right. Pay some bills around here. Don't forget our podcast. Moderators can put up the link to the podcast. Drops every Friday morning at midnight, 12:02 a.m. on Friday. We drop an audio podcast. A few days later, the video version follows suit. It is the fastest growing part of Gen X Talks right now. The audience growing the quickest is that one for sure. Don't forget, if you didn't get notified about this live stream or the shorts or the longs or the podcast that pop up, it's because our channel is conservative. Our channel gets squashed. Our channel is held back. If you're part of Patreon, you get an email and we let you know what's going on ahead of time. We talked about it a bunch today. The barbecue tickets, the Gen X Talks barbecue is coming up really soon. The moderators can put the link up there for you. If you want to buy a ticket, you want to show up, you got to come hang out. It's the last one at this address before we move out of state. It's a big one. It's a big blowout. It's going to be catered. There's going to be music. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of the names you know are going to be here. Some of the staff is showing up. A lot of them, like Dr. McDreamy's supposed to show up. Iceman's supposed to show up. Sun Valley Fox is going to be here, along with all the Gen X Talk staff and all the names you know. My daughter, Briggs, his girlfriend, everyone's going to be here. It'll be a lot of pictures, a lot of fun. There'll be a lot of things to give away, but you got to buy a ticket. And if you don't know where any of these things are, go to genxtalks.com. Everything we're talking about, the podcast, got a picture of the podcast, click it and go. This barbecue, got a picture, click it and go. Everything's up there. Patreon, click it and go. Just go to genxtalks.com, bookmark that page, save it, and get back to what you're doing. All right. I think that was about it, unless you had anything else in the sheet you need to say.
Let me see. Also, we're in our last couple weeks of the Pigskin Pick'em. It's going to start soon.
Oh, yeah, before the Pigskin Pick'em. That's
Yep.
a big one, too. You know what? I think I had a picture
Sheets
of that.
are clear. Sheets are clear.
Let me see if
we
I
have a
have-
Gen X Talks Pigskin Pick'em for football season, NFL. If anybody's listening and wants to join people here to do it, right?
It is not a fantasy football league. You don't pick
A team.
teams and players. You don't. All you do each week is pick the winner. It'll say the Bengals are playing the Colts. You pick who's going to win. There's no point spread. There's nothing. You just pick. I don't care if you pick by the color of the uniforms. It's free to play. You just sign up and you play. We post the weekly stats of how everybody's doing, the top 10 winners every week, all the way through the season. We're trying to do weekly winners, but if we can't, we definitely doing the top 3 winners of the season at the end of the year. And the big person gets a trophy. Dr. McDreamy won the Pigskin trophy last year. So it's free to play. You win a prize if you guess right. You can be just the luckiest person, know nothing about football, but you just pick winners and losers. You can close your eyes and go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, down the list. Who knows? You can't do any worse than I did last year. So there's that one. All right.
We'll be giving out prizes throughout the whole season. You don't have to wait till the very end.
What did I just say?
I'm just reiterating it.
No, I said
Uncle!
we're trying to give prizes weekly. We'll see how it goes. But for sure at the end, we're going to give top 3 winner prizes. Now,
We don't know how we're going to give it. Might not be the very first place person either. We might put the first 10 people in a hat and pull their name.
why don't I think for the whole season,
What?
whoever's in 5th place all season long should get a prize. A free t-shirt for the 5th place person. Why not? How come it always has to be the best
Hey,
one?
I'm the one running the Pigskin Pick'em.
What? Oh, so now you have some sway
Yeah,
over me?
I do.
You got a little authority around here
I
all of a
do.
sudden? You got something you want to talk about?
I finally have some authority, yes.
Wow. Well,
I am your commissioner of the Gen X Talks Pigskin Pick'em.
so you're the Roger Goodell of Gen X Talks.
Please do not put me in that same one. Now, Uncle Nene says church is allowed to be in government. The government is not allowed to in the church. That is why we have God we trust on the dollar bill. That is separation.
Yeah, and we're supposed to keep it in the Pledge of Allegiance, although they're trying to take it out there. All right, anything else?
No, I think that's it. TDP says I was in 5th last season. Just saying.
So let's see. Chippy was in 5th last season, so he wants a T-shirt for all 16 weeks of last season. He wants 16 shirts. We'll get those right out to you, Trip. All right, TDP is Trippy Davy Pineapple, one of the executive staff members here at Gen X Talks. At the bottom of the genxtalks.com page is the staff page. You can click on it, see all the staff members, see their pictures, read their bios, and there's an email to each one of them. If you want to praise them or complain, that's the place to do it. All right.
All complaints go to Trippy
All
Pineapple.
complaints go to Trippy Pineapple. I don't care who you're bitching about. Is you can be complaining about Josh Maddox on Rumble? Complaints go to Trippy Pineapple. Period. All right. Is there anything else? Or are you saying goodnight, Gracie?
I am saying goodnight. Good night, Gracie.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Bye.
Thank you guys for showing up. Not sure where you're listening in from around the planet, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps you're tuning in from the Armed Service Radio Network. Remember 2 things in this life. 1, wherever you go, well, there you are at that very moment. True story. Jordan Peterson told me that one in person. It's a true story, or it's true, it's a story. That's the way I remember it, give or take a lie or two. And the last thing, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I'm out.
Bye.